Richard Hart. What the hell is going on with PulseChain and pDAI? Let's find out. What's going on, guys? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is Bitcoin Benito, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. So, what's the latest deal with PulseChain? Why is the price doing bad, but not horrible, but kind of bad? What's this controversial about pDAI and all this stuff and all these tweets that Richard Hart is coming out with? What is going on? We're about to find out. But before I get into that, let's read some comments from my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Did you know that I would not be here without you? Okay, so the first comment that we have is from Deck Nuance and Crypto Clodo that says, "Why, Mr. Stream? I need to catch it live next time. First brother to show. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking out here." Then, of course, another person said, Ronaldo, long-time follower. Thank you for that. Great stream, fellas. Holy shit, this is new. I'm a fan of both of y'all on the flip side. Yeah, so this is the stream that I did with Crypto Bruh. Please go look at his channel. It's a pretty cool stream. Pretty interesting. Very long stream we discussed all types or aspects of cryptocurrency, specifically when it comes to the Xen coin, Xen Crypto, but all types of cryptocurrency, and why it's going to explode over the next 10 or so months. Next comment that we have, again, is about the stream. Really appreciate a lot of you guys looking at that stream. Will X1 on Solana use Xen or 𝐿𝑍 as the main token? And then Crypto Bruh responded, those are just some meme coins. The matic coin of X1 is called XNT. Okay, so when X1 comes out, which is a new chain, a layer 1 chain that is based on top of Solana, I believe, it's going to make things go very, very quick and have low problems, right? It's not going to have as many bugs as Solana had, but Solana was crashing so many times. People weren't able to bridge their coins over in Solana, yet the price of Solana and its market cap has grown exponentially over the past 2-3 years, okay? Ever since it came up. Next comment that we have is from BBBN that says, PulseChain is a rug, not a scam, just a rug. PulseChain is not a scam, that's true. Whether it's a rug or not, I'm not really sure. It's not a rug. It's just a coin that's, going through its hardship. PulseChain is doing worse than a lot of the other coins that I'm talking about. So remember when I said that you should get PulseChain every other weekend, every other paycheck, I mean. Now I'm saying get PulseChain every third paycheck. Keep getting it every third paycheck until we see what it does, until we see the results of the case that Richard Hart is dealing with. Even though it's not a criminal case, so it's not the end of the world. It's more of a civil case, but he still may lose millions of dollars from that civil case. So let's see what happens with the case. It's supposed to be done soon. I would just do it every third paycheck, not every single paycheck. Next comment that we have is from Brendan Lucas that says 55,000x TitanX will do not other crypto like it. Okay. So he's very hype about the coin. I'm very hype about the coin too, but there is no way in hell TitanX is going to do a 55,000x or even a 5,000x from its all-time low over the next year. It's not even going to do a 5,000x from now until, was it 2029? I highly doubt it's going to do that. What's probably going to happen is that it's going to do a 100x from its all-time low by the end of this year. And then the next one is not really a comment, it's a tweet from Richard Hart. Let's see what it says. It says, Richard Hart tweeted about what next? Do you think it will be privacy? And then stablecoins? So what did Richard Hart say specifically? He said, Bitcoin made power companies rich. Hex was born. Then Ethereum multiplied the S-load gas price and PulseChain was born. Okay, so that's why PulseChain was born actually, because Ethereum was just way too expensive during the bull market of 2021, and that's why PulseChain was created. And then finally, Uniswap removed Hex from his default list, right? Because Uniswap wasn't a equal opportunity provider. They were heavily influenced by the fact that Richard Hart was in some legal ramifications, legal trouble. So they decided to take Hex off of its coin, off of its exchange. So Hex is actually hard to get into. And then PulseX was born. Being driven to greatness, what's next? Hey, what's going on, guys? I just want to pause the video for 1 second to tell you about my new course, Crypto Confident, okay? Where I make about 300% every 90 days. Now, is this guaranteed to happen? I'm not necessarily a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but this is very, very likely to happen. And I'm going to show you the exact way to do this step by step. I have 5 hours worth of video where I go through the entire process. And you don't even have to watch the whole 5 hours, okay? But I quickly show you how you could make as much money as me. And I also show you how you can avoid scams like Sam Bankman-Fried. Look at the website right here. It's very elegant, very quick, very easy to understand. And I show you step by step how to not lose your money. I show you when to buy and exactly when to sell. Okay. And it's very, very easy throughout the entire process. You need to get into this as quickly as possible. It's 2025 now. You have a very limited amount of time to make all this money. So just go to bitcoinbenito.com right now, bitcoinbenito.com right now. Put in your email so you can get as rich as me. Okay. Let's get this money. So this is good. It's true. Anytime adversary comes towards you, you have to do things, you have to move differently to overcome this adversary. Is it kind of cope though? Maybe, maybe not, probably not though, but it's a little bit of cope. Let's read Richard Heart's actual Twitter page. Twitter is where all the cool stuff happens. If you don't follow me at, let me show you, actually, follow me at Bitcoin Benito, okay, on the Twitter page. So Richard Heart says, I like the idea of people launching their own coins on pump tires better than what we saw with pAV, pPepe, pDAI, and this is what we're talking about, pDAI, the coin that's not doing so well. And then pump tires is a pretty good website. Check it out. Not going to go into detail about that. Richard Heart is showing that his coins are doing well. This is from a day ago. So they were doing good yesterday. Today they're doing like 1%, 2%. They're not doing that great, but they're doing good yesterday, so that's good. Hex is up 11% yesterday. PulseX up 21%. PulseChain up 18%. And incentive token up 19%. So this is good. Good market. Good moves. The fact that they're going up 20% today is good, but they can also go down 20% like the next day. So it doesn't really matter. What really matters is the long term. Okay. And then some free Bitcoin money might be waiting for you. See how I warn you about WBTC counterparty risk. And then finally, he said, finally, remember that WBTC, which is wrapped BTC, has an admin kit at BitGo. I think so. There's counterparty risk. They're holding the keys about $5 billion worth of Bitcoin so far. Okay, so let's get into the pDAI aspects, okay? Let's read a tweet from Richard Heart that says, too long didn't read. If you're going to be a degenerate like the person that created pDAI or that was able to hack into pDAI, do not do it on things that have less counterparty risk and perhaps more functionality. I don't like high inflation. I've never gotten into pDAI myself. Just get the regular DAI coin on Ethereum. What I would do is I wouldn't really use stable coins on PulseChain. I would just swap everything in and out between PulseX and Ethereum on PulseChain, by the way. PulseX on Ethereum, PulseChain on Ethereum, swap between PulseChain and Ethereum, PulseX and Ethereum, incentive token in Ethereum, and this is Ethereum that's on the PulseChain network. I wouldn't necessarily want to exchange them with stable coins. Okay. He says that I don't like high inflation to total liquidity. If you minted infinite pDAI and the market sold right now is $400,000, so it's not really worth thinking about at all unless dum-dums keep buying a bad coin. Why buy a coin that sucks? You know, the whales that own Maker on Ethereum can just come and do what they want to those contracts at will, right? You're sucking middleman. Yeah, they could do that if they wanted to on Ethereum, but they're not going to do that to MakerDAO. MakerDAO is just way too big, and there's a lot of decentralization if he's talking about MakerDAO. But the middlemen don't even know or care you exist. You've been warned about admin key risk by me 1,000,000 times, right? Okay. And then he goes into more detail about it, about pDAI. Let's read some more tweets. PulseChain most controversial topic. This is about highest prestige first cycle unicorn coin. Okay, he's talking about pDAI. Let's listen into what he says.
Sir, well, an interesting turn of events. Very interesting, friends. Also, shout out to my friend, Mr. Grand Inquisitor, sir. Some of these hex influencers have been secretly stacking while deceiving their followers. But look, what I've noticed is, friends, because look, I've never had skin in the game, like in terms of like emotional caring about how people say stuff, because I wasn't there from day one. Okay, but I've always heard from the PDAI community, and this turns out to be true. I didn't believe them at the start. I just didn't know. Okay, I didn't pay any attention. they always said, in fact, Mr. B Roots was always yelling about this on his channel. They were saying, all these haters have a just in case bag, just in case it goes up. They've been saying this for years. And then, when it went up, Johnny Chaos, who deleted his account, he's back now. He made a coin, deleted his account, unfollowed me. Now he's back. So even Johnny said he had pDAI. All these people, I wasn't even paying attention. I was just like, well, like, I don't understand what the big deal is. That's when I started to go deep. Like, bro, why does everyone have a problem with this freaking coin? And that's when I made all my videos. I'm like, oh, I know, the blasphemy. That's why. It ain't just any coin, bro. It's Hexmax. He's hearing someone say, are you alleging that our cult leader might like a coin and hasn't told us about it? That's blasphemy. That's pretty much what it comes down to. It's very fun.
Yeah, so that's cool. Don't get into pDAI. Just, that's a too long didn't read. Don't buy pDAI. Just get Ethereum on PulseChain and get PulseChain itself, and then get PulseX or Hex on PulseChain itself too, and buy these coins every 3 weeks. Don't buy them every week like you would do with Onyx Coin or you would do with Swift Coin, okay? Just to keep yourself safe. I always steer you in the right direction. I'm not just some crazy zealot that says you should buy this coin 24/7 just because, you know, it's something that I like. Next, we have a tweet from Crypto SOV that says, so 5996 minted another 91 million pDAI. This is just more reasons why pDAI is stupid. Do not get pDAI. Richard Hart sold a pile more. And then it turns out 5996 posted a message to the blockchain explicitly outlining how he's exploiting the system, and you're still buying? Question mark. Did Richard Hart actually sell a pile of pDAI? Who knows? These are just rumors. Who knows? 599 detailed explanation below, decoded below. Go to Crypto SOLV to read this tweet. It's a lot of jargon, okay? To the jargon. Too long there to read. Don't buy pDAI. I'm going to keep repeating that. Let's listen to what our hero, Ivan on Tech, said about pDAI.
Drama from a distance. Yo, Team Richard Hart. Guys, you're still there. You still have money for internet? I'm following a bit the drama from a distance, from a safe distance, with the pDAI and all that. So, how are you guys feeling? You're bullish like never before? Or on pDAI? Or what's your view there? To me, it's crazy, right? Tommy is still shilling it. It's going super low. It doesn't look good, guys. Tommy is telling me that I marked the bottom, but yeah, I don't know. I marked the bottom here and it went lower. Like, it's almost at all-time low. Like, soon. Let's see. It needs to dump. Okay, it needs to dump like 75% for all-time low.
Yeah, pDAI is a joke. pDAI is supposed to be pegged to the dollar. It's supposed to be a stable coin, but it's going up and down. Have you ever seen a stable coin that looks like this? I've never seen a stable coin that has a chart that looks like this. Do not buy pDAI. And then finally, the last tweet that we have, let's listen, about PulseChain ecosystem in general.
Now, is there upside potential, like massive upside potential and big news that could come out? I think there could be. Okay, so worst case scenario. Let's play the worst case scenario. Richard gets arrested. So Easy got arrested. He was in prison for 4 months. Does the chain completely go down? No, probably. I mean, it still runs. I mean, would there be price impact? Probably, maybe. All right, so Richard gets arrested. But why would he get arrested? Why is he getting arrested for? Because it's a civil case, not a criminal case. He might get arrested in Europe on the Interpol notice for tax evasion. But, you know, Europe's cooked anyway. So that's the worst case scenario. What are the better case scenarios? Upside potential. We get a dismissal on the court case. Or even a partial dismissal. Okay, how would that affect price? That would probably move price up quite a bit. All right, if a dismissal comes, could there be some streams going? Could there be more interaction? Could we see more advertisement from the owner or the creator of this particular ecosystem? Yes, that alone will bring attention. What else? Ethereum price could move up. It could actually do a new all-time high. I know that sounds crazy, but if BlackRock are accumulating and other entities, big entities are accumulating, could move, potentially.
Okay. So there you go. That's why I left with the last tweet right there. PulseChain is still a good coin to get into. Maybe don't get into it as much as the other coins, but still you want to get into PulseChain. You still want to get into Hex. You want to get into PulseX, PulseChain, incentive token. You still can get into that. But pDAI itself, do not get into it. It's an evil coin. Do not buy it. I'm telling you this because I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get this money.